Founder and COO of Brite Company, Tia Parker.
Hi, Bart. Thanks for having me.
Morning, Tia.
Hi, Andy.
Glad to have you back. Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Well, this is a big month for Brite with what you folks do with your mission. But let's first tell people what Brite is.
So Brite is a nonprofit that serves children in foster care. We serve the families too, so we give them resources, mentorship, support to kind of help them through that journey and process. A lot of families need resources. The kids sometimes come with nothing, and so we really try to fill in those gaps.
How did you start this? How did you come up with it? How did you kind of get to where you are today?
Yeah, my sister Monique Zantop and I were both former foster parents, and so we kind of were in that route of seeing like kids coming in with less belongings and kind of engaging with other foster parents and seeing that there's like kind of a need for resources that was lacking. And so we really kind of were like, this is what we needed, and we kind of have applied that to our own organization, and so that's really helped us to kind of shape things.
Kids will show up at their new foster home with just a grocery bag of their stuff.
Yeah, sometimes kids have less than that. Sometimes it's really just the clothes that they're in. I've had an infant come with a car seat, and the worker actually had to go to Walmart and get some things because I had other kids in the home, and she's like, I can stop really quick and get the things for you. And so that was really helpful, but usually the kids come with very little, so yeah.
May is National Foster Care Month, and we know that there's around 10,000 children in the state. I think around 160 plus in Jackson County. It's something that a lot of people just aren't familiar with, don't think about, but there's a serious need.
There is. A lot of families are already filled up. There's a space requirement, so you have to have room for the children to come in. Yeah. But there's a lot of families that are really kind of getting burnt out, that the kids just keep coming in, and there's not enough homes that are licensed. And it's really just kind of more kids in care than think we can do something for.
So you've been a foster parent yourself?
Yes, I have. I was actually a foster parent for a very short time, but I had a medically fragile child, and then I did have an infant in the home, and so I didn't really foster for a long time, but I had like one of the more difficult cases.
Wow.
And so I saw a lot of the stuff with the medical stuff and the needing of resources and medical supplies. I got kind of that more like darker side of it.
Sure.
You had an event called Hooray for May.
We did, yes. This is our second year for our Hooray for May event, and so this is Monique's like special project. She did a lot of the setting up and organizing for this event, but we solicited for toys, we had summer gear, we had clothing and shoes, we had all kinds of stuff, toilet paper, Target donated laundry detergent to us, and so we had a lot of things for the families. We kind of wanted to get them loaded up for the summer, and have the kids really be able to come and pick out items for themselves.
What's the best way that the community can help the foster closet, Tia?
So the best way they could really help is to donate monetarily. It helps us to buy the specific items we need. They could also organize a drive for us, like a church group or a school group. If they could do the actual organizing the drive, that really gives us a lot of support, because volunteer-wise, we don't have a lot of volunteers at the closet. We have a small space, but if somebody can kind of externally have a drive and get items for us, that's really helpful.
Very good idea.
Yeah.
You are based here in Jackson and have served primarily Jackson, but also your services have helped foster parents in neighboring counties.
Yes, we have a lot of people from Hillsdale and other counties that come, Ingham, Calhoun. We really serve all of Michigan. If the families can reach us, we're more than happy to serve them. The logistics of getting items to people the further they are away is really hard, and we used to do delivery, but we really kind of have to have the support staff for that, so we've had the families come and pick up.
And before Brite came to be, there was just no resource for foster parents like this.
There was a local resource that was on like a smaller scale, but yeah, it was really difficult for people to kind of, it was like an in-home thing, and so it's really difficult for people if there's not like a specific location to be able to come, or days and times. We kind of do a lot of pre-packaging stuff, and so that really helps, but in terms of resources for foster families, you're right, there really wasn't much of anything here, and especially in Michigan, it's kind of hard to find a space that's close to you.
We're always obviously looking for foster families. What would you say to encourage folks? Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a certain demographic? Maybe there's a certain, maybe empty nesters. What's your take?
I would say, well, for sure that Birthright's a resource, so don't worry if you don't have the items and you need support, we're definitely here. I'd say people who are worried about younger kids, there's teens, there's older kids, and so yeah, empty nesters, people who are maybe have a slower pace of life, a teen might be a good idea, or an older child. The resources, we're here for that, and I'd say that there's a good support system here. And so really it's kind of just asking questions and letting people know where you're at. Can you take a placement or not?
You have the foster closet, but you also have a literacy program?
Yes, Brite Brown Literacy. And so we're really excited about that. We've gotten lots of books. We get new books for the kids. We want them to be able to expand their personal libraries. And then it just gives families something different to do. A lot of kids really have just different likes, a lot of graphic novel kids. And there's a lot of different things. Some kids like sci-fi. It gives kids a chance to explore what they like and what they want to learn about.
Cool.
Yeah.
When you first got into the program, what was the biggest surprise for you in taking on a child?
So the biggest surprise was really how caring they are. They just kind of really fit right into your family. And so I ended up doing a lot of we're gonna get this for you two, and doubles, almost like I've got twins, and I'm like, this is getting really expensive. You need a chair, specialized stuff, and they really just kind of fit into your home.
Yeah, I think one thing you brought up about some of the medical needs and the time and travel. So any way that you can support a foster parent is great.
Yes, yeah. People really just don't think about stuff like driving. If
Right.
the foster families can have people who help them, their license, I don't really know the wordings, but people who are authorized to take
Sure.
the child if they needed to babysit. And so just friends and family of the foster family, I could take them and drop them off to the visit, or I could help with this. And people just forget about those little intricate details, even a gas card.
Right.
Yeah, and the kids, I'm sure there's so much emotional damage, for some cases are literally ripped out of
It's
their
scary,
homes.
right? Even
Yeah.
for anyone, it's scary to go to a new place.
It is. You're really going to the home. It's really strangers meeting. I don't have better terminology. It's almost like dating. You're really getting to know somebody, and they're
Right.
getting to know you, your likes and dislikes, and that's why we love having our events. We get to know the kids, and so we might pick up on little details like, I saw them looking at that dinosaur, and next time we give them something, and put that dinosaur in there for that person. And so all that kind of stuff really goes together. You kind of really are getting to know each other, and the items really kind of help if we can
Yeah.
help facilitate that.
What kinds of things can people donate? And, we all see it's garage sale season. You don't want junk, but what
Yeah.
if some good things that people might have that they can offer?
So I'd say really, I don't want to sound rude, but anything new, the
Yeah.
kids really are disadvantaged already. And so we've really tried to get away from some of the used items.
For
If
sure.
it's looking great, then excellent. And all things are a treasure to somebody. And so we acknowledge that. But in terms of volunteers, we don't have time to sort through everything. And so if it's new in the package, it's really a bonus. The kids are going to love it. They're going to feel special. And some kids really haven't had an opportunity to have something that's theirs
Right.
and that's new. And so while we don't want to focus on new, it really does make a difference. So really anything, school supplies, anything that you'd like or need, they like too.
Awesome.
Yeah, anything a kid or family needs.
Yes.
And how they make a donation or?
On our website, birthbrite.org, it's birthbrite.org. They could also send us in the mail. We have our contact information on there. It's 1410 West Ganson Street in Jackson. And they could just call if they want to organize something, and we can most certainly give them the information that way too.
I see no reason why people should not help. What a great cause.
No. Governor Whitmer actually knows all about Birthbright and has selected Tia's sister Monique to serve on a special advisory panel in Lansing.
Congratulations, that's cool.
Yeah, we're excited. Yeah, it's really great.
Thanks for all you guys did. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Tia Parker, co-founder and CEO of Birthbright Company. The morning show continues after these words.